Amazon, the online store. Toilet paper, Prime. Coffee machine, Prime again. And you can't forget about AWS. And yes, I will be getting into the weeds of AWS for those of you who've heard the name, but have no idea what it is. Don't worry, Superman is here to help. I'll start with some financials, what they actually do, and some key factors that could affect their future. Revenues are growing in the net amount after everything is mostly positive. If you want the source, check out the annual report. It's a 100+ page document. I know you're not gonna read it, so Merry Christmas. The revenues have seen some massive growth. It's not very common among massive companies who are usually established at this point. Their compound annual growth rate is over 20%. Compared to one of their competitors, Walmart, at 4%, this is very good. Although it's not exactly apples to apples, because growth over the internet is far more exponential than Walmart. And I mean, it takes a long time to build physical stores, so it makes sense. Net income has seen some strong growth over the years. From $2 billion initially, the story for 2018 is a combination of operating income for the North American segment finally pulling its weight, and AWS making a little bit more. And for those of you wondering what that massive cavern in 2022 was, well, let's look at it straight from the annual report. It's due to fulfillment and shipping costs, wages, tech investments, and the international segment alone was affected by $860 million with the foreign exchange costs. Now let's take a closer look at the actual revenue sources. North America and international comprised of advertising on Twitch, Amazon Prime Video, Amazon just subscriptions, Amazon Prime, and the teeny weeny online store part that only gets 1 to 2 people to visit it every year, maybe. Oh, and Whole Foods. Now, if you're asking about AWS, well, their revenues are quite a bit smaller. They only made $91 billion in revenues this year. Some of you may have heard that this is their backbone, that this is the reason why Amazon managed to make it to this point. I'm gonna take a second to let you guess what percent of their operating revenues is from AWS. 3, 2, 1. 2/3. AWS alone could probably be a multi-billion-dollar company. Alone. So when you're talking about Amazon, just realize that this is where they make their money. The other stuff, that online store part and all the Twitch and all that, that's nice, but AWS is where they make a large percentage of their money. It's one of the building blocks of the internet. And not to get too technical, let me explain what it is through some use cases. Let's say that you are a small bakery who wants to set up a website. Are you gonna use, servers that you build in-house to power your website? Or are you going to use AWS? Are you going to pay for use with AWS? Or are you going to build a massive amount of infrastructure only to have 5 people visit it per day? Or are you not going to have enough infrastructure and have your website crash every time more than 3.5 people try and visit it? How about storing data? Do you want to buy hard drives in advance, hoping that you don't go through it all, and making sure that if you have explosive growth all of a sudden, that you have enough storage? But then if you spent that much money and had very little growth, it's kind of wasted then, right? AWS takes the guesswork out of that equation. You need more storage? Boom, you instantly get it. Need less? Boom, you scale back. You don't need to guess what's gonna happen. You pay for what you use. But that's not the only benefit. Security. They have servers all over the world in safe locations. If your data gets destroyed in an alien invasion, you'll be fine because they have backups and also servers elsewhere in the world that'll pick up the slack. If you're getting hacked, who do you think is better at dealing with it? The one IT guy you employ who leaves it vulnerable 16 hours a day, 5 days a week, and on weekends, who doesn't even specialize in hacking? Or Amazon's entire cybersecurity department who's watching it 24/7. They compete against Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, but for now at least, they are the top dog at 31%. Now let's talk about the future for Amazon.com. They have been growing consistently and adding many new customers and merchants. Some of the competitors of Amazon.com, the global online store, are Walmart, eBay, and Best Buy. And right now they have 38% market share. In 2023, they added Coach, Urban Decay, and Martha Stewart, because humans are kind of in this season. They are constantly adding new products, and I at least love Amazon, because I ordered a mattress maybe a couple days ago, and it arrived in a day. What? It speaks to the massive amount of investment they've made in their delivery channels, overnight shipping, and building centers closer to where people are. It benefits a lot of people because prices are great and shipping is fantastic. Merchants, maybe not so much. Amazon has been accused of taking products that sell well, slapping the Amazon Basics logo on that product, and then shipping them out while also undercutting their competitors. Also monopolistic practices, treating their workers like actual garbage. So while they are doing great right now, just realize anyone can, might, and probably will sue Amazon, and probably have already sued Amazon. That's just something to be aware of. Because Amazon's invested in so many industries, I have to take a moment to actually list them all out because you should know what they are. Whole Foods, they bought iRobot. They have Twitch, which by the way is 0.5% of their revenues. They own Ring, and guess what? IMDb. I never knew that. What the hell? What? This makes it kind of hard to find a competitor to compare the return to, but I did try my best. I picked Google. I'm sure you guys all know who that is. Oracle, who does a lot of a similar job to AWS, and also Walmart. Google and Amazon are 1 and 2, but Oracle is in a close third. Walmart has also performed exceptionally well, while the S&P is far more diversified and it is quite a bit behind these players. The total return including dividends are Google at 331%, Amazon at 323%, Oracle at 276%, Walmart at a measly 239%, and the S&P 500 index at 181%. Amazon has a PE ratio of 41, so it's a bit on the pricey side. Google is at 24, which is a bit lower. Oracle is at 38, again, super pricey, and Walmart is at 39. CEO Andrew Jassy, the successor of the divine delivery boy Jeff Bezos, was paid $1.4 million in 2023, $1.3 million in 2022, and so Amazon clearly does not pay well. He was also paid $213 million in 2021. I take it all back. I assume that was to make him as invested with Amazon as almost any other shareholder, but $200 million, that's a lot. Amazon has also picked up quite a bit of long-term debt, which while it has been growing on the long term, they do go down on some short down paying sprees every once in a while. Also realize they have over $70 billion worth of cash on hand, so it is not as if they're drowning. They are comfortable, but it is something to pay attention to. Amazon is a package deal of a web hosting company, a global online store with insane shipping times, and a bunch of other minor side projects. If you guys want actual investment advice, believe me, I am not your guy. Talk to a actual financial professional or visit a guy like the SEC's Guide to Investing. That's the rundown of Amazon. Let me know what you think. Like, sub, it helps out a lot, and goodbye, people.